All right, folks, welcome back to the Live at a Dollar Podcast Network. It's time for a little story time once again. And guess what? Our first person ever on the Live at a Dollar Podcast Network to sit here twice for story time.
Is that true?
Is the man sitting here right here, the professor himself. He's coming on. I'm not sure if you caught in the last couple days what's happened here at the backyard, especially in the Infinity Room where Professor was. Topps Chrome Disney 2025.
Yep.
That's what we're ripping in that room right now. And obviously one of the biggest cards in the product. It's sitting here right on the table right now, but I'm going to let Professor tell the story as well. Prof, first and foremost, thanks for coming back on. My guy.
Thank you for having me.
That's my guy.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Set the scene for me a little bit. How much have we ripped of it so far? Because I know it's been a ton. When did the product come out, first off? When did Topps Chrome 25 come out?
25 came out 3 weeks ago tomorrow.
Okay, so
2 weeks ago tomorrow.
So we're about 3 weeks into the product right now. Everyone around the country and the world is ripping this product.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're looking for the big boys. The big boys, and you have one sitting in front of you right now. But set the scene for what happened, because then I want you to show the card. I know that we're going to have the clip probably in the video as well, but what was that break start off with? Obviously, if it went low or high in the bids, congratulations if you did do well on that one. I'm sure someone did great. But set the scene for me right now until the rip.
Yeah, absolutely. So I came in Saturday night. We're doing Disney. You know, go check out 4 cases as I usually do.
Right.
Get the stream started up. Getting excited, getting everyone pumped. I like to let the chat vote on which case we're gonna do.
Okay.
So I'll always put up a poll, and I'm like, hey, which case, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Ended up picking case number 4. Throw the case up. And truthfully, I got pretty unlucky on the wheel. A lot of my bigger spots were coming off early. In fact, I would say in terms of the buyer, it's probably the best first 25 spins I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
But
welcome to the yard, ladies and
welcome
gentlemen.
to the yard. You know, these things happen.
Yeah.
These things do happen. But Mickey Mouse ends up coming off the wheel for $96. Minnie Mouse ends up coming off the wheel for $80. Now, my Disney Sharps, there's not too many cards you could be fighting for with those 2 characters, so I'm sure you guys can already tell. But
look at that bad boy.
yeah, it was the 8th box out of the case. We hit the 1 of 1 Mickey and Minnie Reflections. It's probably one of the most iconic cards that's been produced in Disney over the last 2 years. You know, a lot of people have this debate right now over which set is the best,
right?
Which Mickey Mouse Superfractor is the biggest, and a lot of people love to look to 2023 because that was the first time they ever did Disney. It was a D100 anniversary set. Right. Some other collectors prefer 2024 because that set's beautiful, it's iconic. There's not a lot of extra stuff going on like they included in 2025 with the reflections and the one and onlys and a bunch of other stuff, or a bunch of other new inserts that they included. But this card in 2025 is very unique. It's the only Mickey Mouse Superfractor like this. This is the only Mickey Mouse Superfractor besides a dual autograph of Mickey and Minnie. This is one of very few cards, or this is the only card as a 1 of 1 where you can see Mickey staring into Minnie's eyes, and
it is
truly
incredible. Everyone
always talks about that is a Mickey card. In my opinion, you don't have that card without Minnie.
No,
that
you're
is
right.
Mickey staring into the eyes of his person.
That's his love.
That's his love.
Right.
And you see how much he loves him in the card. And it's a very iconic piece. Within 20, 30 seconds of me hitting the card, the gentleman who had a $70,000 bounty out for it was in chat asking who's got it, who's got this. Sure enough, we end up making the connection, and now the card's his.
So, all right. So now, the guy comes in with the bat. First off, what was the reaction of the guy who hit the card at that point? Because if you haven't seen the video yet, and you need to go watch the video, if it's not going to be clipped in here in this video at this point, go back and watch it on Instagram on any of our feeds. Your reaction was unbelievable. I like watching it. Listen, I'm now in a wax room. In the beginning, I was always in repacks, but now in a wax room. I like hitting that one card because then you jump up and down. This is you hit it. Your hands are the ones that ripped it. Your reaction in this, the kind of pause at first because you couldn't believe the card. I think the way I watched the video was, you took the card, you hit the card, you obviously put it down, and then I just see you it's like bubbles were underneath you, like having you float. Like, it was just incredible. What a feeling it is to pull a card like that for you. What was your feeling at that point? And then the reaction of the person who had that spot, or the people that had that spot in that break.
My feeling is Cloud9.
Right.
There is very few feelings in the world like taking down a product hit. It is one of the most surreal moments, especially because it doesn't stop at hitting the card.
Right.
You know, now you've built these connections and this relationship with these buyers. You're in touch with them. You want to see what's going on with the card. So there's a lot more to it than just hitting the card. But the actual feeling of it is incredible, especially a card like this.
Sure.
Fun little addition to this story. About 5 minutes before I hit the card, I was talking on stream about how over the last 2 weeks I've been having a dream. And in this dream, I see myself pulling down a card, and on the back of a 25 Disney Chrome card, I see the number 1 in the top left and Superfractor in the top right, which is the true Mickey Mouse Superfractor.
Right.
And sure enough, 5 minutes later, I hit this card.
That's incredible. That is nuts. Like, what a story. What an like, I know the feeling from pulling a big card. That is a much different feeling than anything I've had so far. I haven't pulled a product hit. I pulled massive cards. That, just looking at that right now and seeing it, even without the one on the bottom, I would say that's a nasty card. That's awesome. What a cool card. So I hear literally in the video, within seconds, you talk about a bounty.
Yeah. And
how quickly did you say the guy with the bounty came in? And who, like,
about as fast as I remembered.
Wow, I mean, what our hobby's awesome. Like, this is such a cool hobby.
So
this is what a great story. Keep going.
The way it went down, like, I hit the card, and as I'm sitting there freaking out, there was a person in chat. So there was a 70K bounty on it, and there was also a 5K facilitator's fee on the card. So there was a person in chat who was aware of that and immediately reached out to the person who had the bounty. The person who got in touch with him, of course, gets a little 5K bonus check just for hanging out with us, which, you know, I mean,
not bad.
Come chase some SpongeBob bounties with us over on Backyard and
right,
as well.
Exactly.
But then, of course, the buyers go on to decide, hey, I'm into this thing for $96. Is $35K enough to walk away? I'm taking that with a smile on my face, you know? And the really cool thing, this story I actually haven't shared with anyone in the office yet. One of the buyers sent me a DM yesterday. 2 weeks ago, his basement flooded.
Oh.
After insurance, he was out about 36 to 38K.
No way.
This card literally paid to fix his basement.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just saying.
Got him out of the hole he was in.
Sometimes manifesting something, pulling the card, manifesting hopefully something nice working. Look what happened. Good things happen to good people. This was an awesome moment, not just for the professor, but for everyone here at the Backyard. This was a crazy moment for all of us. I think realistically within about 3 minutes of a text going out saying, look what we pulled, the professor doing it, about 40 of us were in that room at some point trying to look at that card and see what that card is. That was incredible. So now we're on to this final part of this story now, because now that card was ripped, the card was pulled, the bounty was found, the bounty is being paid off.
Everyone wants to know what happens next.
What is the end game of this story? What is happening now with this card? Are we putting this in a sealed box? Are you like, what's happening here?
The bounty was accepted.
Right.
So as it sits, the 2 buyers who did hit this card have been paid out on the bounty. Wow. So now the only thing left to do is to get this into the hands of its new owner.
Right.
And, you know, our customer service team is second to none.
Right.
So we wanted to make sure that this gets there properly. And I'm going to take the time tomorrow on my day off. I'm leaving on a flight 8 a.m. I'm going to fly to LAX.
What?
I land in LAX at 10:30. I fly back at 11:30 just to hand this card off to him in person.
Wow. That is a hell of a day for you.
It's going to be a 12, 13-hour travel day, but a card like this is worth every second. Just to be a part of the experience, I couldn't be more thankful. You know, it's not every day you get to enjoy stuff like this.
No, you're right.
And I also, as someone who has hit a product hit before, the Brock Purdy Black Finite, that was 2.5 years ago for me. It's been a long time, you know?
Worth the wait at this point. That card is unbelievable. The story's even better. Awesome that it happened here. Even better that it happened to one of my favorites in this building, the professor himself.
Yeah, you're so good.
He is awesome. If you're not in the room in Infinity or the random times now that I get to share the chair in the hits room with him as well. Well, I can't stop staring at this card now sitting on the table.
I know. This camera's screwed. I'm just staring at this card the whole time.
We were told what cameras to look at. I think I've looked twice into the actual camera. I can't stop staring at.
Hi.
Well, at this point, this is what I'll say to you, Professor. Have a great day tomorrow. I cannot wait for the video of the handoff. We gotta give you something to videotape the handoff in this, a picture with the guy after he gets it, and then literally the quick U-turn he makes to get back onto the flight to get back here and home.
You know, thank God I'm not bringing anything with me because I don't know if I'd have time.
No, there's no checking baggage at this point. Know? I hope you have a little carry-on with a little iPad or something in it, and that's about it at that point.
Phone, and AirPods, and a charger.
I was about to say, that's all you need at that point. Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible story here for Storytime with the professor himself, the only two-time person here at Live at a Dollar Podcast Network that has done Storytime. When you pull a big card like this, when we have a major moment like this in the backyard, you will see it here in the Live at a Dollar Podcast Network as soon as we can get all parties into this room.
The best podcast in the hobby.
Not even paid to say that. How about that? Although we are going to give him some cash now and some snacks for the plane. Some Live at a Dollar snacks.
I did it for the goldfish.
The goldfish and some Nilla wafers in the back as well. Thank you, Vitelli, for that. All right, another edition of Storytime in the books. The professor himself, after this massive, I'm afraid to even touch it. After this massive, massive pull right here, he is delivering it tomorrow. Watch this video. You'll see some follow-up after. It's going to be a lot of fun. Professor.
Radio.
My guy.
Always a pleasure.
Another Storytime edition with the professor himself here on the Live at a Dollar Podcast Network. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you watch the video. And if you have the audio as well, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get it, like, comment. We love it all. I don't care if you hate us or love us. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell your friends, your family, the neighbor you don't like, everyone about Live at a Dollar. What a great time here. Storytime with the professor only on the Live at a Dollar Podcast Network. Bye.